So my name is Jose. I work at Casakenji. I'm the lead bartender here. We are a Japanese and Latin fusion restaurant, and we focus a lot on fire and smoke. So fire and smoke is a strong component in all of our food and also a lot of the cocktails. So the way that I get inspiration from the restaurant is I know that we focus a lot on savory dishes, a lot of umami. So I try to use ingredients that are already being used in the kitchen or being made for dishes and incorporate them into the cocktails in one way or another, whether it be by a smoke infusion or using fish or using like fish sauce, ponzu sauce, a lot of oils, anything that's aromatic and savory. I try to balance that into some of the cocktails that I create here for Casakenji. So my culinary background comes from growing up. I had to cook food even if I didn't want to. My mom would always say, if I got home and the food is not ready, you're getting it. So I had to learn. So it kind of got engraved into me. And then just doing events, talking to people, showing people the food, slowly they started to tell me, hey, you should sell food and do this and do that. So it took me a long time to finally make the jump. And when I did, the ball kept rolling, kept growing, kept growing, kept growing. It's been now 6 years that I started the catering company. And in 2024, we opened a small taqueria. I got into bartending. I actually started in the kitchen when I was 19, and it was all frozen food. So it was a conveyor belt oven and then microwave. And just from that, it started to gain my attention that I wanted to work more deeply with not just microwave food or conveyor belt frozen food. So then I started barbecuing, then I started bartending. I actually moved to New York and started barbecuing there. And then I moved back to Houston and started bartending here. And it's been now 14, 15 years that I've been bartending. So in both kitchen and bar, I find that some of the similarities are trying to keep that consistency and balance. Because everyone has a different palate. Everyone has different opinions, right? But how do you get what you think is good across your teams and making sure that everything that's being made is always going to be consistent? Because that's a very important part of what we do, consistency. I think what separates you from a good bar program and a great bar program is the service that you give, the customer service, the attention that you give to detail, how you remember your guests, do you remember their drinks, what they like, what they don't like, and you go out of your way to make that guest feel special and welcome and like they're part of this team, right? We have a lot of regulars that they just come hang here and we're like, hey, try this, try that. We know them by name, we know them by what they want to drink. When they leave, it's always like, hey, give me a hug, give me a handshake. It's not like just have a good day. If I really want to go out to a place and test what they're about, just ordering simple classic cocktails like an old fashioned or a daiquiri or a Manhattan, cocktails that are classics and you can easily, just by technique, looking at how they serve, looking at how they treat you, that alone has a lot to do with how great the cocktail can be. Because the cocktail can be amazing, but the service or the attitude was terrible, so that really translates into your experience, right? So I think it's more than just the cocktail, it's the whole experience of how they treat you that makes it a great cocktail. If a customer doesn't like a specific profile or specific spirit, I think my perfect way to approach that is very playful, right? Telling them, I'm gonna make you like this spirit by finding a cocktail for you. Usually my go-to cocktail, somebody especially that says they don't like gin, it's always a Southside because it's easy, it's refreshing, it's simple, and it's similar because you have the mint, the lime, the sugar. The only thing that changes is the gin, right? Like a mojito, for example. So I usually try to tell them, try this. If you don't like it, it's on the house, no worries. And 9 out of 10 times, I end up transforming them into liking gin. Specifically gin, because a lot of people don't like gin. I think the biggest lesson that I've learned working in the hospitality business is it's easy to fall into the lifestyle that comes with being a bartender, and we know what that is. The drinking, the partying, the staying up late, waking up early, working 10, 12-hour shifts. It's to take care of your body. Even if you are going out hard, just take care of your body, get some movement going, run, stretch, anything. Just get it going, get it moving. Drink your water. It's very important. Drink your water. Carry a gallon of water if we have to. I think one of the biggest skills that any bartender and every bartender should have is to learn to go out of your comfort, not your comfort, but your what you think is the best, right? Because the customer is the one who is drinking. So even if you think that a certain cocktail it has to have this, right? Some customers don't like sweet or citrus or this and that. It doesn't matter what it is. Just learn to understand that you're not always right and it's not always your way. You may want to serve something a certain way, but at the end of the day, it's the guest who is experiencing it, right? So learn to let go of that ego. Honestly, I don't think that I've ever thought about a legacy for myself. It's more of what I'm doing, and it's more for my family than anything. It's more for myself to be able to use this industry to make my future, but not just for me. Also, my brother, for example, my brother helps me a lot in this catering. He cooks amazing food, and he's my half. So my sister's a big part as well, but my brother's the one that is really cooking and doing service with me. So it's more for us. As kind of selfish as that sounds, I'm not really worried about a legacy. I just enjoy what I do, love what I do, and providing that customer service every day is the legacy.